Turn your TV down.
Hello, everyone. This is April Showers with Lady of Leisure, and we are so glad to have you with us this fine, beautiful, chilly Monday morning. And we're going to talk about things today. We're going to talk about COVID, or the vaccine, stimulus checks, and then we're going to talk about R. Kelly conference state. So, Lady Alegia, you can go ahead while I share the show.
Hello, everyone. I am glad to be back with you guys. We're running a little bit behind schedule, so we're a little late today, and I do apologize for that. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everyone is well and safe. And I just wanted to touch a little bit on this stimulus package, which everybody's been talking about and waiting for, and it's just been a big back and forth. But last news is they have worked out a stimulus package, and it should be announced today or tomorrow. But they're saying it's all done, and they have decided to give everyone a $600 stimulus check. They said that'll take 2 to 3 weeks to start getting sent out. They have approved extended unemployment. Only the enhanced unemployment benefit has been cut from $600 to $300. So they're going to be giving people on unemployment an additional $300 a week. And I think that's basically what everybody wanted to know. They gave up some things. They gave up money to the states. Um, and just a couple of other things that they gave up in order, just that little $300 a week in unemployment and that $600 check. They're saying that it's just a start. So they're kind of insinuating that there may be more later, but they wanted to do something right now. So that's where that stands. Now, again, with this COVID situation, I saw on the news yesterday they had someone speaking, and they were talking about 6 other people that had serious adverse reactions to getting the vaccine. They were saying they were having some neurological problems, some heart problems immediately after being injected. So, but of course, they're claiming, oh, that's a very, very small amount. It's like 1 in 5 million. Well, you haven't even vaccinated 5 million people yet. And there was also last week a hospital in Libertyville that stopped vaccinating their employees because 4 of their employees had very serious reactions to the vaccine as well. So they stopped administering the vaccine to their employees because of it. So I don't know. People are taking it allegedly. I definitely wouldn't be. Another thing, because our last show was about Robert Kelly, and they have set a trial date.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before we get started with Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka R. Kelly, who is a family friend and who we love
April?
dearly. Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay, you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So first of all, before we get started talking about Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka R. Kelly, who is a family friend who I hold dear to my heart, I am bringing everything to you that is the gospel from the prosecution's take. Now, how you take this information is on you, but I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm trying to let everybody know what's really going on and how it's looking from a prosecution standpoint. What they have on what they allegedly have, because nothing is the gospel until the trial starts. I am trying to come up with ways now to still continue to try to help him, and that would be to humanize Rob, not Rob the superstar. Rob a man, rob a child that was born, rob a child that was molested, rob a child that was violated. I'm trying to get sympathy for Rob. Sympathy. It only takes one juror to get sympathy. So if you can't take heed to what I'm doing, I'm sorry. I really don't even really need to explain this. But we're giving it to you. I'm giving it to you the way that we're getting it. So everybody can know what battles this man is facing. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. Last year, when we tried to tell people that Rashonda Landfair was testifying, you guys were so bamboozled by somebody else telling you she wasn't. You know, people, we got to face the facts. Yes, Rashonda Landfair is testifying. So you can go ahead now, Lady Alicia.
Okay. Yeah, Rashonda is testifying, as are her parents. They have all testified. They have all given sworn testimony in his case. But what I wanted to bring today that we didn't know the last time that we were here, because we were all waiting for the pretrial conference, and I've learned that that conference is going to be February 17th. So the pretrial conference has been set. It's going to be February the 17th, and this is the New York case, guys. The trial is April 7th. So, they said the trial date would be in April, but we didn't have an exact date. They're now saying that date is April 7th. Uh, in May, I'm sorry, in March, they're going to start, distributing the jury questionnaires to the jury. That'll happen around the middle of March, around the 15th. And then the day before the trial starts, around April 6th, the judge will question all of the potential jurors. That process will take place, and the trial will begin on April 7th. So that's the information that I had, because I know we were all, just waiting for this pretrial conference, because a lot happens in pretrial conferences. And it really is the way to let you know which way the case is going to go, from, how it's going to move forward, and, what charges are going to be still there, what charges are going to be eliminated, if there are any changes of a plea. All of that will come out in the pretrial conference. April, did you want to add anything?
No, I just hope at pre-trial conference that it looks good in his favor when they have the pre-trial conference. but we won't know anything until then. And again, what is the pretrial conference date?
The conference date is February 17th.
Okay. February the 17th is the pre conference trial that is scheduled for New York. So, that is subject to change, but that is what's in the system for right now. So, um, yeah, I'm just terrified of New York. Yeah, yeah, New
Why
York.
are you terrified of New York?
Well, it's not his hometown. You know, um, it, and that's where New York has. That's where Rashonda and everybody will be testifying at, right? For the New York case, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure she will probably be testifying in the Illinois federal case as well. I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive of that. I haven't seen the witness list in Illinois, but I'm pretty sure she will testify in that case as well.
Okay. And
But go ahead.
so when you tell people that Rashonda's testifying, which I tried to tell people last year, but again, like I said, you know, um,
As did I. I was a hater. I hated
people,
him. I
yeah,
wanted him. Yeah.
because we are giving you the truth, then we have to hate him. We have to be against him. No, I'm for him. I want to know every detail that is going on in this case. And I am so thankful for the people that is giving it to me raw and real. And so at this point, what I want to do is I want to try to humanize Rob. You people need to humanize Rob. You
And
need,
I agree with that. That is so important. And I just don't understand where the blockage is with most of his supporters, because they don't seem to understand that talking about these girls does him no good. Talking about the ex-employees does him no good. They have made him the face of pedophilia. The media has made him the face of pedophilia to the world.
and so
And,
okay, keep going.
you know, the only way to change that is to give him another face. You have to, if you really want to help him and if you truly do support him, the only thing that's going to help him, barring pretrial conference, because we don't know what's going to go on there, but if everything continues the way that it is, the only thing that's going to help Rob is that people see him in a different light. April is absolutely right. You have to humanize him. People are looking at him as if he is some type of monster, because that's all they've seen, that's all they've heard. So you really do have to humanize him, make him look like a human being instead of this monster, that Lifetime has portrayed, that the media has portrayed, that everyone is seeing. You have to let people see a different side of him. And it really does only take one juror. One juror could hang the whole jury.
Yes, because like
You
I
know,
unfortunately,
and for those of you who think that humanizing him to the public doesn't help, trust me when I tell you, you are sadly mistaken. That is the biggest mistake you could make, is to think that humanizing him will not help, because it absolutely will help. It's just like, you know, people get in trouble, they go to court, judges look at people not being there for them. You know, they really do look at that. You got one guy standing up here, his whole family's sitting back here. You got another guy standing up here, there's absolutely nobody here. That kind of stuff carries a lot of weight. It really does. I mean, of course, the judge is going to rule by the law, but things like that carry a lot of weight. And it also carries a lot of weight in the minds of the jurors. Because if all they hear is negative, 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 that's all they're going to know.
So, me personally, I am just pleading with everyone to talk about Rob, what all Rob did, what Rob overcame, what Rob went through in his childhood. Um, we have to humanize Robert. We're not talking about R. Kelly, the superstar. We're not talking
Right.
about him, because that person, um, they've made him into the most hated man in America.
I wish that some of those people that he's helped would come forward and start telling their story. Because there are plenty of people, especially in this city of Chicago, that he's helped for none other reason that he just could.
And those are the things that we need to get out on social media. If you don't like me for whatever reason, I don't care personally. I only really care about Rob. And if you want to, if everybody could share the video where he called my mom, or if you can find anybody else that will talk about what Rob did to them, these are things that we need to get out. And also, we are also trying to we're gonna try to make some flyers and go to New York and spend times and listing all of the good points of Rob, making Rob a human, flyers to be handed out. We are not talking about the girls. We're not talking about anything but Rob and what Rob has done, what he has contributed, how he has helped people. It's all about him. It's not about anybody else but him, the loving, caring man that paid for people's funerals, the loving, caring man that couldn't read or write but still got on that stage and gave his audience everything that he could give them, a man that helped revitalize people's careers, a man that was molested, a man that was violated. But look what he overcame. These are the things that we have to get out to humanize him. I can't stress this enough, everybody. It's not about the girls. It's not about the ex-employees. The government has them. Whatever they're going to say, they're going to say, and it ain't nothing we could do about that. Nothing. Zero.
Exactly.
Only thing we can do is make Rob look like a good human being. And if you have a problem with that, I am so sorry. I really feel sorry for anybody that has a problem with humanizing Rob.
I don't understand.
Then,
Um,
then, then the only reason I'm doing these shows is to let people know how the prosecution is coming with this case. That's the only reason. So don't be mad at the messenger. Listen to everything that she is telling you. And she, wait a minute, hold on. Also, the laundry cart needs to be returned to the first floor. That is for the laundry only. Please return all carts to the first floor if you are finished. Thank you. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to humanize Rob. And don't get mad. Don't get mad because I'm bringing you the actual facts from the prosecution side. Instead of getting mad, take that energy and try to put a spin on it in a positive way.
I don't understand why people are mad about facts. I just don't understand that. You know, the facts of the case are the facts of the case. Whether you like them, dislike them, disagree with them, it doesn't make it less factual. They're still the facts. And disagreeing and having your opinion is fine, and feeling the way that you feel is fine, but it changes nothing in the case. The case is still what it is. The charges are still there. You know, April is not far away at all. So, you know, if there's something that you feel you need to do for him, then that time is really now. You know, because for nearly 2 years, all I've heard was the girls are liars, they hoes, they this, they that. Where were the parents? Everybody should be in jail. Well, everybody isn't in jail. Rob is the only one in jail. And that's a fact. He's the only one in jail. So all of this talk, all of this back and forth, it's pointless. It really is pointless because it does absolutely nothing to help him. You know, all of you agree, and that's fine. All of you agree that he's innocent. All of you agree, you know, that the girls were whatever, gold diggers, tramps, whatever you think they were. You're all in agreement on that. But you all aren't going to be sitting on that jury. And the people who are going to be sitting on that jury, they don't agree with you. So, what you need to do is try to show them Robert, not R. Kelly, so that they can know who he was, and not this monster that Lifetime and the media has portrayed him to be. You know that he's not perfect. God knows that. But nobody, absolutely nobody on this earth is all bad, just as nobody is all good. So, you know, you have to let the public see the good in him. You know, short from a small miracle, That really is the only thing that could help him. Because if nothing shakes out in this pretrial conference, if charges aren't reduced or dropped, if he doesn't change his plea, if everything goes forward the way it stands, a lot of you are going to be extremely disappointed. And then what? Then it's too darn late to do anything. So, it's been nearly 2 years since this all started. You all had 2 years to show him in a positive light. And nobody, not one person, stepped up to do that. Instead, you want to argue on social media, go back and forth, go after his fans, go after his non-fans. Like, what does that do?
And then I want to know who set what standards on saying who's a supporter and who's not a supporter. Because I know it's people in the bushes talking about she don't support him. Why she got this lady on there? No, I'm trying to educate you people on a strategy that we can use. There's still time. There is still time.
I don't understand.
You sat up and listened to a person feed you lies
for 2 years, nearly
2 years, and people that have come on and tried to do positive and truthful things, you diss them.
He coming home.
That's really.
It's gonna be hard to get from up under this one. He coming home this time, y'all.
Yeah.
All that BS.
Yeah.
He ain't got home yet. And everybody is not like-minded, and everybody shouldn't be like-minded, because if everyone thinks and feels the same way, then that means nobody has an original thought. Nobody has a mind of their own. Which also means you can't learn a damn thing. Because if you only speak with or interact with or converse with people who feel the same way and think the same way as you do, you learn nothing. Because you're basically looking in a damn mirror. So I don't understand how you feel that April isn't for Rob because I'm here. Like that's insane to me. That is the most narrow-minded,
intelligence.
Exactly. It's narrow-minded and yes, extremely low-level intelligence. It really is. It truly is.
After the pre-trial conference date of February the 17th, I would like people to join me in trying to go to New York and get positive flyers out, positive signs, walking around, putting Rob in a positive light, humanizing Rob. Because actually they look at the fans, they look at us as crazy, lunatics,
pedophiles,
harass them. That was the reason they were able to get this closed jury. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely solidified them getting an anonymous jury, because here's a man that they're accusing of exactly what his fans were doing. They're accusing him. They say, hey, he obstructed justice in his last trial. Hey, he intimidated witnesses in his last trial. Hey, he paid people off in his last trial so that he could get the not guilty result that he got. And then here come these fools harassing people, threatening people, trying to pay off people, blowing up people's cars, going to their homes.
Posting people's addresses.
Right. Posting people's
Still,
addresses,
telling
calling in bomb threats. So, absolutely. So now they're saying, well, look, Judge, he's still at it. You supporters did that. I didn't do it. You all did that. And you continue to do it. You know? So they're saying, hey, these jurors aren't safe. These witnesses aren't safe. He does not need to know who these jurors are, because if he does, his supporters are going to go after them, just like they went after these witnesses. You know, it's just like his supporters, most of them put no responsibility on Rob at all. And you take no responsibility for your actions for him having this anonymous jury. Your actions solidified that anonymous jury. Make no mistake. You know, if you don't think the government isn't watching, you're sadly mistaken. Have been watching for well over a year. Have been watching. You don't think they don't have people watching social media accounts that relates to his case? If you don't, again, you're sadly mistaken.
yeah, the government watches every move. And trust me,
You know, you're going after people. You're
on
trying to get people fired off their jobs over a damn comment that you didn't like. What is that? Oh yeah, she work here. Everybody call her job. Get her fired over a comment. But yet, when they come back and charge you all with mob action and as a terrorist organization, because really, technically, legally, that's what the hell you are. Terrorizing every damn body that don't agree with you. That is ludicrous. And what's really crazy to me, the majority of you don't even know Rob, never even met the man, but you're out here on social media thinking you're safe in your little groups and cliques, risking your damn freedom for a man you don't even know. So yeah, April's right. To most people, his supporters look absolutely crazy. They look crazy. Because who in their right mind does that? Who is going to risk their freedom over somebody they don't even know? Now, what happens when it's your job that's on the line? What happens when the government comes after you for all the people you've gone after on social media? Because if you think that's not going to happen, wait for it. Just wait for it. There are people out here in these social media streets that report every damn thing to the feds. And you know, it's really it's sad and it's mind-boggling and it's counterproductive. It helps absolutely no one. Doesn't help you, doesn't help him. So why? Why have you been doing something for 2 years that has zero benefit? You all have wasted 2 years of your life on social media going back and forth, going after victims, going after non supporters, going after anybody who does not share your opinion. And for what? What was the benefit? What did you gain? What did he gain? I have never seen, you know, this entire case and everything that it involves, especially the social media aspect of it. You could make this shit up. If we were to write down everything that's happened in this case and it was found 50 years from now, somebody would think it was a fictional story. Everything is just so extra. Everything's blown out of proportion, you know, from the conspiracy theories. I mean, everything is just seemingly ridiculous, but it's real freaking life. It is all actually happening. And again, there is no reason for it, there is no benefit to it. So why? Why is it still
You know,
ongoing?
and if people really knew Rob, Rob is a very loving and kind man. And
I'm going to mute my mic for a second.
he is a very kind and loving man. And when we step, we should be stepping in the name of love. We should be stepping in the name of Rob. We should be stepping that this man was a child survivor. We have to humanize him, people. I mean, I really don't know what else to tell you. I've had people that have been helping me, trying to flip to find anything positive to counteract everything. And so after the pretrial conference, if I have to go to New York by myself and hand out flyers about him, so be it. So be it. But I'm going to try my best to humanize Rob, to make him a human being.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. I was just telling people after the pre-trial conference, um, you know, I'm gonna get the flyers and stuff made up. And if I had to go to New York by myself and hand them out to everybody in New York, subways, everything, because we don't know who the potential jurors would be. And so get the message across that he is a fine man, and things that he has overcome and things that he has done. Yeah. So that's all I can say, folks. Um,
I was really thinking about a social media blitz where we could possibly get, well, I'm sure we can get emails of people in New York and just email them things. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because again, one thing for sure, the people in New York are going to be on that jury.
yeah.
So
The people of New York, and they are not going to let you put up billboards and stuff in New York nor Chicago. Anything that's related to R. Kelly, they'll let you put them out in the suburbs, but mainstream Chicago and New York, downtown, it's not happening. So we need to be his face. So at the pretrial conference, um, if people want to go to New York with me, you're more than welcome. We have a few people already, and we're going to put a spin on Rob, make Rob human, and talk about everything that he has overcome. That is what I have been advised to do, and they said this will help him to show him as a human being. Yeah. And I'm not tired. Y'all tired? If anybody wants to keep fighting with me, um, like I said at the pre-trial conference, we'll go down there um, after the pre-trial. But if anybody knows of anyone that Rob has helped, done anything for, if you can interview those people on social media, get them to talk to somebody, bring them on your platforms, those are the type of things that we need done now. We really do. So we need to humanize him. Is there anything else you want to say, Lady Alicia?
that was really about it for me. Yeah, I do. In terms of the pre-trial conference,
Yeah, explain to everyone how that goes.
Well, it's basically just a conference where everybody comes in and they argue over everything, or he can change his plea. They come in and say, hey, uh, they argue the evidence. They try to get things, dismissed. They try to get charges dismissed. They try to get evidence suppressed. That's what goes on in a pretrial conference. I would really suggest anybody who is truly interested, because it'll be by phone. Be on that call. I will definitely be on that call.
So, how
You
do
know,
they sign up to be on the call?
unfortunately, I can't give that information.
Oh, okay. Those that are able to be on that pretrial conference call.
But if you know somebody who has the trial number and code, get that number and get that code and be on that call.
Yeah, and those people that are on YouTube, and if you have that information that day of that trial, share that information. Don't try to be like you the only one that's got the information and don't want to share it. Let everybody know what's going on. It's getting down to the nitty gritty, people. We don't have time to play. We don't have time to play now. It's getting down to the nitty gritty. Whoever has access and can be on that call, that pre-trial conference call on February the 17th, please share all of the information. Share it being not non-judgmental. Share it so people can know the real deal of what these lawyers and stuff, the lawyers, the prosecution, everybody was saying. Buster,
Exactly.
at this point, we have to make Rob look like a human being. We have to make him a caring person.
And I really want to stress people being on that call, especially his supporters, because you guys have such misinformation when it comes to Robert's attorneys. You know, because lawyers say what they say in public, and by Robert being R. Kelly, they say what they say to appease his fans. What they say in that courtroom is not what they tell you. So it would be really informative for you guys to be on that call. I will, on February 16th, the day before the call, uh, post that information for anyone who hasn't gotten it already.
So, in the meantime, if everybody could focus on Rob, humanizing him, that is the way we have to go now. It's not about, it's really about Rob. And if it was about Rob, we would have gotten much further than we have gotten. And to this,
Yeah,
we just look like stupid idiots on YouTube. It's crazy.
it's really sad because it's been nearly 2 years. Had anyone, and the thing is, what angers me, I shouldn't even say anger because I'm not angered by it, but what really disappoints me is that 2 years ago, when I was in groups and things and I made suggestions, um, because I wasn't a diehard supporter, as they deemed. Everything I said was absolutely ignored.
Well, yeah, they were bamboozled by people, you know.
And
They were
had
bamboozled by
they
people.
started this 2 years ago, now you've only got a few months. But had they taken these suggestions and started a positive campaign for Rob, it could have made so much of a difference. Now you're down to the wire. We're basically begging people, to do something positive. And I really hope that they will. Because, they're going to go to the pre-trial conference, and I tell you exactly what they're going to do, and what they always do. They're going to come back, they're going to talk about the prosecution, and it always amazes me that they say, you could tell they ain't got nothing, or they would have did this. Are you freaking kidding me? They have brought charge after charge after charge after charge. And you're saying they've got nothing? If they had nothing, there would be no charges. It's just, I don't know. A lot of you are really going to have a very rude, disappointing awakening. I know friends of Rob's, and I feel really bad for them because they are on this. He's innocent. He's going to walk away. They've been riding that train from day one. He's not going to walk away. The only way that he walks away is if in pretrial conference something miraculous happens. That case against Rashana, that's got him. There is no walking away from that. They have the tapes, they have her, they have her parents, they have her birth certificate, they have her school records, they have her medical records, they have her. So Rashana alone is going to get him a minimum of 40 years. Minimum. Mandatory. There is no walking away from that. Even if that charge is reduced to something else, still no walking away from it. There are 4 videos with Rashonda. That's 10 years per video, mandatory minimum. The least he can get for each of those 4 charges on those videos is 10 years. Now, what happens once he once he gets convicted of the first charge for 10 years? Now, on the second charge, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be more than 10 years. Because now he's been convicted on charge 1. So now the sentencing guidelines are different because now you have a federal conviction. So the second charge goes up from 10 years. And again for the third and the fourth. So even if he walks away from everything else, the case with Rashonda has him. There will be no walking away from that. So, you all need to wake up, smell the coffee, step into reality, because denial is no place to be. And for those who truly love him, that are in denial, I hear people still say that wasn't him on the damn tape. And this is why you sound absolutely insane to logical people, because you're constantly spewing all of these damn theories, all of these rumors, and you're spewing them as fact, and they are not. That ain't him. That's that prior guy. That's Lisa Van Allen boyfriend. Stop that, because it's not. And for people who really believe that, I pray for you. Because when the truth hits, it is going to be devastating to you. Or maybe you can still live in denial. I don't know. Ebony Wright says, "You are so right, April." Hi, Ebony.
Hey, Ebony. Yeah. So I want to humanize Rob because I'm believing he's going to walk in spite of, but I just need people that want to help me humanize him, and I need everybody to just talk about good things. Good things. Stop talking about um, only the ones, like, if you do have people, women that have made statements, like Geronda, she did say she lied. Um, she said she lied. She got to them, but again, she's not the main focus. Rashonda is.
Exactly. You know what? Listen,
And so,
what Geronda Pace said, you know, everybody's testimony will be challenged at trial. Everybody's testimony is going to be challenged at trial. But the thing is, you guys don't understand the law, and you don't want to understand the law, because it's not in alignment with your opinion. And I get that. Crazy to me, but I get it. Whatever Geronda said, you can say 5 different things about the same subject and it not be proven to be a lie. Because you can have, as these girls have had, the same instance several times. You can have the same thing occur several times. So if the exact same thing occurred several times, how do you know which of those instances she's talking about? She can say, I was talking about that on Tuesday, but that ain't what happened on Wednesday. So it's to, you know, it's a hard thing. It's a very hard thing. And even if she's proven to be untruthful in court, again, there's Rashonda. There is, what's baby girl's name? Uh,
Azriel.
no, uh, Aaliyah. Yeah, and then there's Azriel. So, you know, it, it's and then there are victims that you don't even know about because you don't read the damn document. And you want to say, well, just because they put it in a document don't mean it's true. That's exactly what the hell it means. Federal prosecutors cannot legally claim evidence that they do not have. You cannot lie on those damn forms. You will be heavily sanctioned for doing so. Ain't nobody doing that. No damn federal prosecutor is going to stand before a judge and file paperwork for some shit they don't have. It doesn't happen. I'm going to risk all my years in school, all my years on the job, all my damn hard work over one damn case? I don't think so. Nobody's doing that.
So again, let's humanize Rob. Let's let the focus from now on be on Rob, what Rob has contributed, what Rob has overcome. We want to make Rob look like a human being. Um, and that's all I can stress. And oh, then all of those devices um, that they found where Azriel gave him um, gave them the information where the storage room is at.
Hmm.
Um, they're still looking through those tapes. Am I correct?
Last I heard, yes, they were still viewing those tapes.
And Lord knows why he told a person all of his business.
They are still looking at those tapes. I believe that his team has filed for some discovery on those, so they'll be getting a lot of that. Whatever they have, whatever they view, whatever is relevant to the case, they'll be giving that over to his defense team. But yeah, they were still viewing it. They had an entire team viewing all of that child pornography, and they had been viewing it for several months. Since what? Last January, damn near a year. Damn near a year. And they hadn't gotten through half of it. That's what they said on the call. They had not gotten through half of it.
Lord, why did he tell that girl all his business? Oh, Jesus. Mm, mm, mm.
I was so shocked by that. I was so shocked by that, you know. But she said that. She said it. She said, I know where all the bodies are buried. And I thought she was just angry and lashing out. Whew, Lord Jesus. I can't believe he told her. And the thing is, he not only told her, she's seen a lot of it. She's seen a lot of it. And it's just unbelievable that he would tell her everything. Like, who tells somebody everything? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but hell, I didn't tell my husband everything. Not everything. There are some things you just need to take to your grave. But she did. She knew it all, and she made sure that they got it all.
And this was after being attacked so much by social media.
Yeah, yeah, as if
Retaliation for people talking about her. Um, and she got sick of being called names. She was going to flip. No, she wasn't. And that was a result of being attacked so much by
I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't think it was. I think that she lashed out because she was attacked in the beginning. Like lashed out against people who were attacking her on social media. But I don't think that's why she gave the feds the evidence. I think it's because she found out that a lot of things that he told her was just not true. I think she was hurt. I mean, you think about it, you're 17 years old, you ain't even graduated from high school, you haven't been to prom, you know, you haven't had a graduation party, you've done none of that. And you give your life to this man who you love, who you trust, who you've gone against your family for, whom you've eaten shit for, whom you've had just the most bizarre sexual tryst with. You go through all of that with believing whatever the narrative is that he sold her. And after everything that you've gone through and everything that you've given up, you find out he lied about it all. He lied about it all. That's why she flipped, in my opinion. You know? But yeah, she was tired of people coming at her, as she should have been. Because again, none of his supporters ever places any responsibility in his lap. Like, is he responsible for anything at all? But she did lash out. And she had every right to lash out. But I think that she gave up that evidence because she realized she had been lied to. She felt like many of us do when we're in relationships. She felt like the biggest damn fool in the world. I mean, we've all been there. Not in to the extent that Azriel and the other girls were in, but we have all been in a relationship where we felt that we compromised a lot to no avail. We've all been there. So I think that she just came to, she was hurt and she came to that realization. Because, there are certain things people can tell you about the person you're in a relationship with, and you're like, nope, don't believe it, would never happen. And then there are other things that you see or hear regarding the person that you're in a relationship with, and it hits home or it raises a red flag. And I think that's what happened with her, you know, because if a woman calls you up and say, hey, I slept with your man last night. He had on these underwear, these socks, these shoes, and that's what he had on, then you need to come to a realization. You know, somebody can say, hey, I saw him with so and so. You'd be like, nope, don't believe it. But she called you up and she said, hey, he wore this cologne, these the color underwear he had on, this is how this what he was. What are you gonna do? You can't deny it was him.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened with her. She saw things, she heard things that was very familiar with her because she had seen and heard it before because he had said and did the same things to her.
Okay. Well, everybody, if there's nothing else, I just want to stress to everybody that we need to humanize Rob. Please find anybody you can interview where they can say that Rob is a human being. Let's show what Rob has overcome. Let's show everything what Rob has overcome. Hey, Queen Christy Love. Christy Love, I'm putting the facts out there from the prosecution side. So, I'm letting everybody know how the prosecution is coming with this case. So we got
Queen Christy Love, what is it that you don't like the sound of?
you know because
I'd like to know. What don't you like the sound of?
I wonder will it be an open courtroom
Mm.
for the
You know what? Seeing as though they have a sequestered jury, I'm sorry, not a sequestered jury. They have that as well. But seeing as though they have an anonymous jury, I don't know how New York court system is set up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if they have, because I know here we have a room where the jury can sit, you know, behind double pane glass, you know, like a mirror where they can see but you can't see them. I don't know how it's set up there.
and yeah, Queen Christy. Um, what I'm doing is I am letting everybody know from the prosecution side what they're thinking, what they have to try to put a spin on this. And I'm trying to humanize Rob, but yes, tapes, recordings. Um, yeah, Rashonda Landfair is testifying. Um, she's saying it's her on the tapes. Um, recordings. Those were all of the things that they took from the storage room. Lord knows why, and it's not up to me. It's like who tells somebody where everything is at, but
Whew.
she knew where everything was at, and that was given um, to the feds. I'm hoping that could be thrown out some type of way. Um, but according to prosecution, it won't be thrown out
I mean, they
because
had a search warrant. They got it
they had a search
legally.
warrant from her and it was in her name. But I'm praying that it will be thrown out. So, and I'm just asking everybody to start talking about Rob, what Rob has overcome, and show him in a positive way. Um, just show that, he was a victim also. We have to focus on Rob. Rob's the one on trial. We have about 50 people that's testifying against him, ex-employees to bus drivers to everything. And so, yes, Queen Christy Love, we're hoping it's an illegal search.
How wait, don't do that.
But it's
Don't start
not.
that.
It
How could
was,
it be an illegal search?
yeah.
How
And
could it be an illegal search? They had a signed search warrant. It was not an illegal search.
so these are things that the prosecution will come back and say it was not an illegal search because they got the search warrant. They
Well, nobody has claimed that it was an illegal search. They provided the search warrant. It was very detailed, um, of the things that they could take into evidence. So, yeah, the search warrant has never been challenged. Therefore, we know it was a legal search.
the search warrant has never been challenged, Queen Christy Love. So I was hoping it would be. So it wasn't.
No, it was never challenged. And, I mean, they provided it to his attorneys. They provided it to the
Yeah, we're
court.
we're answering them, Queen
Oh,
Christy.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
you ask
okay.
them, we'll answer them. Well, she will, cause I'm
The tapes, because I saw you said tapes recordings. Yeah, they did a search of a storage unit in which they recovered hundreds of electronic devices, cell phones, iPads, recording equipment, and from and other things that just fail my memory right now. But from that search warrant and from those devices that they recovered in the search were thousands of images, pictures, and videos of child pornography. Um, so in the last, well, not in the last call, but in one of the calls when the prosecution was discussing these images and videos and things that they recovered, they told the judge, now they got this search warrant back in January. They told the judge that they had an entire team, almost everyone on their team, viewing all of this child pornography, and they had yet to get through half of it. So it's lots of videos, lots of pictures, thousands and thousands of images and videos that they recovered from the storage room. Um, and yeah, the majority of it child pornography.
Hey, in the pre-conference trial, can they challenge that?
Well, it depends. They it depends, you know, because again, we don't know what the government is going to use of that in the trial,
Okay.
which is why they're asking for the discovery of that,
Okay.
because they don't, they don't have it because the government hasn't got done viewing it.
Okay.
So what they have to do, they have to view it all, they have to log it all, they have to verify it all. You know what I'm saying? Child pornography. So you really think Robert Sylvester Kelly was viewing child pornography? I don't know if he was viewing it. I don't know if he made it. I mean, I
I
don't
don't.
know Robert. Do you know Robert Christie? Queen Christie Love, do you know Robert personally?
Yeah.
Because it's his stuff. So, you know, you can't, they can't argue, oh, it's not his, because it's all his. All the phones are on his plan, all the phones belong to him or someone that he gave the phone to. All of these things were in his possession, were deemed to be his property. So whether he watched it or not, it's his. So, the question is not going to be, did he watch it? He has it. It's illegal. Child pornography is illegal. So it doesn't matter if he watched it. It does matter if he made it, but him watching it doesn't matter. It's his property, it's in his possession, and it's illegal, whether he watched it or not. Having child pornography is illegal.
Mm.
I know him enough to understand the difference between child porn and a sexual deviant. So, a sexual deviant having a video of performing sex acts on a child isn't child pornography.
Mm.
I don't know where you got that information from, Christy, but that's not true. The sword wasn't his name. It's all in the documents of the search warrant. It's all there from the manager of the storage facility. Yeah, storage was in his name. And if it wasn't in his name, if it didn't say Robert Sylvester Kelly, then it was in the name of one of the many companies that he owned. Uh, Sonny B. Lovely Brown, you are absolutely correct.
Right.
You are absolutely,
Yeah.
and her comment, she says, that's like getting pulled over and the passenger got drugs on him, but decides not to confess it to the police. The driver gets the charge, which is crazy, But that shows how the system goes, unfortunately. Exactly. You
Yeah,
know,
because I would
it's the
never
law.
say, he watched child pornography and all of this. But, but why in the fuck? Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
Right. Why would you have thousands of porn- child pornography pictures and videos if you didn't watch them?
Queen Christie you just said the storage was not in his name, but rather the person who gave them access.
I never said that. I never said that. Who said that?
That's what Christy Love is saying you said.
I never said that. I think she's talking about when you said it was a search warrant, it was in her name when you were talking about Azriel. That's what you said that. I don't know if you meant to say that, but that's what you said,
Okay.
April.
Oh yeah, I was saying, well, I assumed because I know the apartments at Trump Towers was in Azriel's name. I just thought maybe the storage unit was in his name. See, I don't know everything neither. I'm still learning myself. That's why these are good. But the storage unit from the from the paperwork and everything, it was in Rob's name. Is that correct?
That is correct. His name, the name of his companies, there was a his tour bus. They got a lot of stuff off of his tour bus. See, here's the thing. He's charged under the RICO Act, and I cannot stress this to you guys enough. Things don't have to be in his name. People, he does not have to tell people to go after a witness or a victim. He does not even have to know that people are going after a witness or a victim. All that has to be proven is that it was done for his benefit. If he is the person that's going to benefit from these illegal acts, then he is the person who is responsible legally for those acts. That's the detriment of a RICO charge. So, whether or not the storage was in his name or an employee's name, it's his stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's his stuff. So, legally, that really makes no difference whatsoever.
Yeah, and that's why you have to be, you have to watch the company that you keep, and unfortunately, all
Queen Queen Christy Love says, but Azriel frequenting the storage unit. So no, that's not the bottom line. The bottom line is I don't
no, no,
care
no, no.
if a
I
hundred
understand it's
people.
a complicated situation, and then she put that's the bottom line, but she's saying, but Azrael was frequenting the storage unit.
So
Okay.
so because she frequented the storage unit means what? It means nothing. If she took everything that they got out of that search warrant to that storage unit, it does not matter because all that stuff still belongs to him.
Well, you ain't gotta apologize. Yeah, it has to be proven. What?
No, Christy, nope, nope, wrong. Christy, let me explain something to you again. Under the RICO Act, okay, the burden of proof for a guilty verdict under RICO is not reasonable doubt. That is not the standard of proof for conviction under RICO. The standard of proof for a conviction under RICO is preponderance of evidence. So all the government has to prove is that with everything that they've shown the jury, that Robert Sylvester Kelly is the most likely person to have committed the crime. Again, this is why being charged under RICO is such a devastating charge. There's so many different aspects to RICO that it's insane. It's
So,
mind-boggling.
right. So that's why the government charged him under the RICO to put everything on him.
Exactly.
Do you guys get that? The government charged him with the RICO Act. So everything will fall on Rob.
Uh, Sonny B. Lovely Brown says it still falls on Rob either way, and that's why it's complicated. Well, that's why it's devastating because it's not, well, it is a complicated law, but understanding that whether he ordered it or orchestrated it or not, he
I
is
love you too,
still
Queen Christy.
held responsible. That's simple. Whether he orchestrated it or not, he is still held legally responsible because he is charged as the head of the enterprise under the RICO Act.
Now, is this the first time that they have charged, like a music icon with RICO? Is this the first time, or have they?
No,
Oh,
no,
not. Oh,
no, no. They charge Chuck Berry with same shit,
okay.
racketeering. You
Okay.
know, Chuck Berry
So when the
took two
government,
white girls across the state line and had sex with them. Chuck Berry got charged with the same thing.
well,
RICO will be thrown out. No, baby, RICO will not be thrown out. Don't do that. It's not gonna be thrown out.
I love you too, Queen Christy Love, and I'm thinking positive all the way to the end too. But yet, I still have to know what's being done from the prosecution side. I got to know what those people are thinking. Yeah, and
See,
so
here's the thing with the RICO charge, and the reason RICO charges aren't thrown out. This is where the burden of proof, the standard of proof of reasonable doubt comes in. When you bring a RICO charge, you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this RICO charge is warranted, or you can't bring the charge. The government has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the charges are warranted.
how
So,
long?
so the RICO charge is not going to be thrown out.
So how long do you think the government has been building this case up?
Oh my God. I know at least 3 years. At least 3 years.
Okay. Yeah.
And see that's another
Same
thing.
time they came to Chicago, it was about 3 years ago, and they did a clean sweep. Anybody said that they knew Rob, man, they was what you know about him, where was he at? I mean, they came through Chicago
Yeah, they did. They did.
looking for anybody that knew
And
him
anything.
or knew anything.
Exactly.
And that's why a lot of people choose to remain silent, because if you say something, they might try to put you in a charge.
Exactly.
So,
Nobody wants to be under that RICO charge.
so that's why people, you keep your mouth shut. It's a time to talk and it's a time not to talk. And so when people say, "Oh, why the folks in Chicago?" Like I tell them, you say you know them, the government coming for you. They coming for you.
Sonny B. Lovely Brown says this is heartbreaking. It really is.
It's very heartbreaking.
It really is.
I
Because
haven't slept good in 2 years.
people don't understand the seriousness and everything that encompasses a RICO charge. You know, it's not, no, it won't get thrown out. You don't throw out RICO charges. You either have the evidence to bring it or you don't. They proved that they had the evidence to bring it, therefore it was brought. You
Okay.
know,
Do you
now
think
it can be beaten, but
it
it's
could
not
be
going to
beaten?
get thrown out.
Oh, thank you. It could be beaten. See, it can be beaten.
Oh, it can be beaten, but it's not getting thrown out.
Okay. It can be beaten. Now, do you feel as though they would have came after Rob if there was no Lifetime documentary?
Yes, because they were after Rob long before the documentary.
Okay.
And this is what his supporters just, I don't know where the blockage is in their mind. This is what they do not understand. Rob was not charged by the federal government because of that documentary. They had been investigating Rob a year before that documentary even came out. Now, the state may have brought charges because of the documentary, but the federal government had been investigating Rob long before that documentary,
Okay.
at least a year before that documentary. So you need to understand this all started with the IRS, this investigation. Every government agency has been investigating on Robert's case, from the IRS to the DOJ to the FBI to Homeland Security to ICE enforcement. They have all been investigating this case because that's what happens. You know, if the IRS is chasing a money trail, Lady of Leisure.
Yeah. We will not reveal, but her name is Lady of Leisure. Yeah. She has given us everything, people, from the prosecution side, so we can know what we are up against. Not what everybody is telling us, because we do know that Rashonda Landfair is testifying against him, and when people tried to put that information out there, we were bamboozled by other people. I want truth. I want facts. Well, it's all in the yeah. Okay, Michelle. Yeah, we're just getting everything from the prosecutor side. And if everybody that's listening and everything, we have to humanize Rob. Um, would you the advice that you gave me, Lady Alicia, would you tell people the advice that you've given me to help him? Yeah.
To help Rob, really, you really do need to portray him in a different light. You all need to let go of these victims. Stop talking about these girls. Stop talking about conspiracy theories and who lied. None of that is going to benefit him.
Yeah.
The only benefit that he has, short of the pretrial conference, because we don't know what's going to happen there, I'm hoping fireworks. But the only thing that's going to benefit him is to show the potential jurors, show him in a different light, in a human light to the potential jurors. Because it only takes one juror to hang a jury. It only takes one. And if all the public has seen and heard about Robert is this monster that everybody's been talking about, that's all they know. You have to change the narrative. If you change the narrative, people will hear it. Just like they've heard everything that you've been saying, they'll hear this too. You all really need to change the narrative. Show him as a human being. Show him as the sexual abuse victim that he was. Show him as, you know, the child of incest that he was. Show him as the guy that people in Chicago know as a good guy. The guy who paid for funerals, the guy who kept people from being evicted, the guy who paid people's phone bills for years.
Hmm. And Miss Sunny, I appreciate that. Miss Sunny says, Mrs. April, this is difficult to hear, but that's how the truth goes. I humbly appreciate honesty. And hey, I need to know, what's going on so we can put a spin on it. Michelle, thank you. I appreciate it. And then Sonny, yes, we have to show his his um his true heart,
Yes.
you know. Um and this is the spin I'm trying to put on this. All the other YouTube stuff they're doing, I ain't got time for it. And I'm
Michelle has a great question. And her question is, how can we do this? Please give some examples via YouTube. How? Well, you know what? What you do is you do research on Rob. Read his book, Solar Coaster. He tells a lot of his childhood trauma in that book. He tells how his sister molested him, you know, when she had to watch them while his mom worked, how the women who his mom got to babysat them had sex in front of him, made him watch, made him take pictures, 6, 7 years old. His sister molested him as a child for years, as a young child. Um, his brothers, well, one of his brothers told a blogger, I believe it was Tasha K, if I'm not mistaken, that Robert's biological father is his grandfather. Now, think about that. This is a man allegedly born from really close incest, a product of incest. How does that screw you up? How does that screw you up mentally, physically? You know, who was abused by a man, one of his neighbors, when he was a child, sexually abused. You know, these are the things that you guys need to discuss and get out there so that other people will know. Grab his book, read it on YouTube with a public gathering, educating the public about these things Good, not a rally, but a gathering. We must educate people that are not in tune with it. Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with a rally if it has a targeted focus. You
And yeah,
know,
we could do
if
a
people are
rally.
going to get together and hand out flyers with this information,
Yeah, because we could walk around with signs and just talk about Rob. Rob was a victim of molestation. Rob overcame this. Rob did this. Rob,
see, I wouldn't, let me cut you off. I wouldn't talk about what he overcame. I wouldn't do that.
because we don't know if he overcame it, right?
We don't know if he overcame it. And not only that, people are going to think, well, if he overcame all of that, then why couldn't he overcome this
Right. Well,
deviancy?
okay, so we can say, look at what happened.
Yes, Sonny B. Lovely. This is a lot of the Black community. And they do suffer in silence because our families, you don't talk about this. We don't tell this. They kept everything a secret,
So I won't even. We can say he was molested. He was violated. Um,
He was not protected.
he was not protected. How did he get into Kenwood? Couldn't read or write.
Right. He had learning disabilities. Listen, I am completely convinced that he not only has learning disability, I am convinced, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't have any evidence of the fact, but I am completely convinced that he is mentally challenged, because everybody's looking at this man as a child, I mean, a face of pedophilia. But what if his mentality is that of a 15 or 16-year-old? Would it be pedophilia if he's mentally 15 or 16? You know, just because he achieved the heights that he did in his musical career, that doesn't exempt him from being mentally challenged, because he did all of that without knowing how to read, write, or do math. And that's what he said out of his own mouth. I cannot read, write, or do math. But yet, he wrote the greatest R&B songs of his time.
Yeah, I mean, I cried so much because his entire story is so sad. It's so sad.
It really is.
I
His
look at
story
him.
is extremely sad. It is.
Um,
And nobody helped him. Nobody
Nobody helped him.
protected him, and nobody helped him. And that, to me, is the saddest part, because even though I place the responsibility on him, there are so many others that are responsible in my mind as well. You know?
But like I said, we've got to change his image because
Absolutely.
they're not looking at poor little Rob, the little lost boy. They're looking at him as a monster. People,
Exactly.
they don't care. They when I sit back and I look at all of this mess that's been going on for 2 years, I am so sure now that people were sent in to divide his supporters, bamboozle them, lie to them, and everything else, because we could have been getting good information out about Rob.
Exactly.
And it's still not too late. It's still not too late. We can put a spin on this. We're down to the last couple of months, and I'm just asking people. I got my email in the chat, and we got a lot of work to do. We got to change his image. And so, you haven't won, devil. You might have sent people in, but you haven't won yet. Because, like I said, if I had to go to New York by myself and hand out flyers saying everything I need to say about him to put him in a positive light, I will. Miss Sunny says he sung from the things he say. Yep, he does. Yeah, he saw from the things he say. Um, there's a hearing tomorrow. That must be what, state? Miss Michelle? Lady of Leisure. Oh, okay, state. Lady of Leisure, are you still here? So, what I've learned today is that the feds put him in the RICO charges, so it wouldn't matter. They were going to make Rob responsible for everything.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what that is. I heard everything you said, and I was responding, but you couldn't hear me.
Right. Do you know what's the purpose of tomorrow's hearing?
I don't. I didn't even know that there was a hearing, but you know what? I'm gonna check on that right now, and I'll let you know. Go ahead, April. I'm gonna check on this hearing for tomorrow.
And so I've learned that they put him in the RICO Act to make him responsible for everything. And they've shown that, thank you, Latoisha. And they've shown a pattern. They started with the Leah. This is what they've done. And so the RICO Act, they just have to put everything on Rob. And with them having over 50 people testifying against him to say that they did these things under Rob's direction. Am I correct in saying that?
No,
No? Okay. All right.
not that he did it under. Not that he they.
Thank you, Latoisha Williams. Yeah, I'm just trying to get everything from the prosecution side and see, I have my theories, and I'm just asking somebody, and I want them to keep it real with us. But we're gonna have to humanize Rob. Lady Alicia, where are you? You got to.
Can you hear me, April?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, you keep talking. I'm looking up the court date for tomorrow to see what it's
Okay.
about.
If
Okay.
everybody, you can subscribe to my channel if you want. You don't have to. I'm not trying to become YouTube famous. I've been on YouTube posting videos for 10 years. I'm just doing this. And I'm so glad. Thank you, Miss Beatrice. I'm here listening. You're making this make sense, Miss April. I still pray for him every day. This has been very informative. And I'm just trying to get everything from the prosecution side, which does not mean I do not love him, does not mean I'm not supporting him. Yeah. And every day we talk about this, and we're going to keep talking about it. So hopefully we can get people to get on the bandwagon. Is we've got to start humanizing Rob. We got to focus on Rob. It doesn't matter about the girls, the employees, the families. We've got to get that one juror. All it takes is one juror that will read a flyer or say, you know what? This guy was molested. He was violated. Nobody protected him. And I do not feel like he should be in prison for the rest of his life. Because if the government has their way, people, he will never get out. And people need to understand how serious this is. And I don't think they get it.
And I don't think that they get it either. Now, I want to answer the question as to the court date tomorrow. It's just a status call. They're just because he had one scheduled, I think, in October, I think, or maybe last month, and the judge rescheduled it because he had a scheduling conflict. But it's just a status call. They're just going to get together, say where they are, what's transpired between the prosecution and the defense
Okay,
team.
could you go back
It's no big deal.
Yeah. Could you go back to explaining when I was saying the RICO Act was making it seem like everybody did what Rob said to do, and you said no, that was wrong?
No, because, well, wait a minute, because that's not the way you said it. See, I think I hear
I
things
said
like an
the
attorney.
RICO Act, they showed a pattern, and
Right.
now they're making it seem like everybody was working for Rob and he told them everything to do.
He did not tell them everything to do. No, that's not what RICO is.
Okay.
Yeah, they all work for him. Okay, here's the thing. Under RICO.
So, okay. I think I get it now. So
right.
They came up with this. They said he ran an enterprise.
Exactly. He was the head of the enterprise.
All these people's testimonies that are testifying against him.
Right.
They are saying that they were part of this enterprise.
Correct.
And they worked for him.
Correct.
And they were part of his enterprise of
correct.
taking women across state lines and different things like that.
Exactly.
That right?
Exactly. Okay. And it's going to tell a lot more than that. It's not, it's going to tell a heck of a lot more than that. And this is what people need to realize. This case, the girls in this case is really a small part of this case. Because this is a RICO case, it's racketeering, and what the ex-employees are basically going to be doing is proving the racketeering charge. How the business worked, how they interacted, what their orders were, how they carried them out, how they met the girls, how they housed the girls, how they contacted the girls, all of that. Michelle, you stay safe too. And thank you so much for being here. And I hope you come back again. Yeah. We're here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. From noon until 2. But as you can see, we started late today, so we're a little late, but it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, I wanna also stress And people really need to get this, because I think this is where people have a big problem with the RICO charge, or with a lot of things that they are connecting him to. Under RICO, Rob does not even have to know the people who carried out a crime. The only thing that matters is that that crime was carried out to benefit him or the enterprise. That's all that matters. He doesn't have to know about the crime. He doesn't have to know all the people in the crime. He doesn't have to give an order. He has to do none of that.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. You know, all that has to be proven is that whatever was done, whatever crime was committed by whomever, it was committed to benefit him or the enterprise whom he is the head of.
Oh, Lord.
So, I hear people say, like when they arrested Don Russell, they can't connect him to that. He in jail. He ain't talked to. It does not matter. Doesn't matter that he's in jail. Doesn't matter if he ever talked to him again. Don't matter. He did it to benefit him. Therefore, he's responsible.
Read the comment that's up there.
Latosha says, thank you for having Lady Alicia on the platform. She's very informative. I really like how she breaks down the case. Thank you, Latosha.
Okay, and then we got another comment.
Beatrice Gambino says, I'm here listening. You're making this make sense, Miss April. I still pray for him every day. This has been very informative. Thank you. Yeah, he needs prayers.
And
He
then
does.
Michelle. Yeah.
Yeah, I have responded to Michelle.
Okay. And then this one just came up. Yeah.
I'll start sharing this live on those days so other people can become aware. Yes, thank you so much. That would be great.
Yeah,
Because people do need to be aware. People need to be aware.
we got to know what we're fighting against so we can know how to change the narrative of him. And we got to focus on Rob. We got to focus on Rob.
And that should be that's really the most important thing right now for his supporters and those who want to help him change the narrative. Talk about him, you know, talk about all of the abuse that he suffered. You know, I mean, nobody helped him, nobody protected him his entire life. His entire life. Because, when he married Aaliyah at 15 years old, her parents knew. Her mom lied all these years. Aaliyah's mom lied. They never had a personal relationship. They were not married. Da 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 da. For over 25 years, this woman has been regurgitating that lie. Now, think about 25 years ago, had she said to him, look, if you don't go seek some help, I'm going to go to the media. 25 years ago, it was a totally different time. We didn't have social media. We didn't have Me Too, Time's Up, none of that. He could have secretly and quietly gotten help. Nobody would have known. I mean, how many stars have, excuse me, have gone to rehab and nobody ever knew?
That's right.
But instead of people calling him out and holding him to the fire, they were extorting him for money. You know, his own brother
Okay.
stole the tape.
Yeah,
His own brother.
the lady said that at the press conference.
Thank you for listening, Quiet Storm. Yes, his brother's baby mama, for lack of
And
a
I
better
want to
word.
make this clear. I did a video on Bruce Kelly and
I
epic
gotta mute my
failure,
mic for a minute.
that epic failure of a press conference. Hell yeah, I did it. You know why? Because it was a big damn joke. And the only thing I remember is what that lady said about a tape and $10,000. An epic failure. That's what I took away from that press conference. I don't have anything against his brothers. I don't get into family business, but I have a right to express my opinion and talk about it. And hell yes, it was an epic failure because only thing you got, oh, it wasn't Bruce's mother, it was Carrie's baby mama coming talking about a tape, how they bought a tape back or something for $10,000. Those are not the kind of press conferences that we need out there about Rob. So hell yeah, it was an epic failure. Epic.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
And
Whew.
whoever like it, I don't care. And yes, because Rob doesn't talk about her. That's good. I don't talk about the lady neither. I'm doing observations on what I see. I can express my opinion on you still pimping and hustling off of the Kelly name. You don't like it? I don't care. I didn't get on here to make friends. I'm
What did I miss? Because somebody has you in a tizzy. What did I miss?
Oh, you didn't miss anything. What I
Oh,
was
okay.
saying was, you know, when we do something, we want to do it positive, but I was letting people know since, I had a person come to me because that press conference been a few months ago talking about why was I talking about the brothers. I wasn't talking about the brothers. I was talking about they failed press conference. I don't get into family business. Those are his brothers. He grew up with them. I don't have anything negative to say about Bruce, Carey, Teresa, his mama, nobody. But I can express my opinion. The press conference was a fucking failure.
Sonny B. Lovely says character letters. Yes, character letters are great. And he has some.
Yeah.
People have sent in character letters. They have.
And due to the ignorance of some of the so-called supporters and the schemes and conniving that people have done, you're the reason a lot of people won't come to the light. What? To be attacked? And what are the requirements? Who in the hell made some of these people the requirements of saying who is an R. Kelly supporter and who isn't? I'm not going to argue with anybody about R. Kelly. They know how I feel, and that's how it is. But on this platform right here, what I'm going to do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to get everything from a prosecutor's point of view so I can know how to go out and help this man. And if you can't understand that, then I'm sorry that you still on the slow bus.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay, okay. All right. Let me pick up where I left off. Um, And I believe I was saying how I believe that Robert could have been helped many years ago had someone just called him to the carpet and held his feet to the fire. But nobody did that. Everybody wanted to extort him for money. Nobody said, hey, I got this tape of you and an underage girl. Go get some help. I'm going to release it to the media and all your fans. They said, hey, I got this tape. Pay me or I'm going to release it. So no one cared that he had a problem. No one cared that some of these girls and women were in the situation that they were in. Nobody cared because everybody was making money. He married Aaliyah at 15 years old. Her uncle, Barry, who brought her to him, still worked for him after the fact. Where do they do that? In what world do you marry 27-year-old grown ass man? Do you sleep with my 14-year-old niece, marry her at 15, and then I'm going to work for you later? No,
Well, it's the
absolutely
same
not.
way. It's the same way. You know, when everybody was saying Rashonda wasn't testifying, you know, everybody believed that lie from a source. And same with her. She is testifying. She was still around him.
Let me explain something.
And her
Okay.
family. They still stayed on his payroll.
Let me explain something. So people who want to believe alleged supporter out there feeding you guys these false narratives. When the federal government, and I'm not talking about the state,
Heard
when the federal government has a videotape of anybody and an underage girl, whoever that victim is, they got that victim. The federal government is going to have that victim to testify to the authenticity of the identity of the people in that tape. So don't ever let anybody tell you that there is a victim in a tape and the federal government and they're not going to testify. Don't let anybody tell you that because that is absolutely positively false. You know, the federal government does not throw up Hail Marys. When they come and they get you, they got what they need. And they never stop. And that's another misconception that Robert supporters have. If they had anything, they wouldn't. They keep bringing stuff. They just throwing stuff up against the wall to see what sticks. No. In a federal investigation of this magnitude, in a RICO charge, the investigation never stops. It is ongoing until trial and sometimes during trial. The investigation does not stop.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're on facts over here. We're on facts.
DJ told us the other day in private chat that you're Jane Doe number 3 and you're an informant. He said you're being paid to get information against chaos. What? You
Well, first of all, I'm 58. Yeah, I know him. I don't know. I ain't never been in no relationship with him. See how the enemy tries to come in?
you Jane Doe number three. Ain't that a
I'm an informant. How can I be an informant? Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Thanks for telling me that, Rachel. I won't give DJ Tyson. I'm not giving none of these people no energy.
none? No oxygen.
Yeah,
Give him no oxygen.
right.
You know, appreciate your
Yeah.
comment.
And then if it was private, I mean, thanks for telling me, but I could care less about really what any bloggers think about me. You know, Debosky is my person. He is my friend. I cannot control him, what he does, what he says on his platform. But, you know, Kevin, I'm not even getting ready to get into that mess because I'm not a fucking informant. I ain't never slept with nobody. And for him to throw that out there,
You
that's
never slept
great.
with nobody.
Yeah. He said, Faye, hey, let me tell you something. If I was, I would have never told nobody. You would never know me because I would be somewhere. I don't kiss and tell. Yeah,
On an island somewhere.
right. I'll be like, who was that?
But wait a minute. I want to ask Rachel something because damn it, you done pulled out the messy and I got to be petty now.
Okay.
How the hell would DJ know?
Right.
How the hell would DJ know? And you know what? You know what pisses me off? It's not even the lie. It's the damn ignorance of how the federal government works. Why in the hell, with all the damn hundreds of devices that the feds have, and all the damn videos and child pornography and girls that they have, would they need to pay any damn body?
Right.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
You know,
to get
it's just
against chaos.
you know,
they don't need me.
Let me tell you something. Federal prosecutors are some of the smartest goddamn people in the nation. Don't fucking insult their intelligence that way.
And don't insult mine neither. Because, baby, let me tell you, them people, when I filed them lawsuits, they already investigated me. They came over here, they saw, I showed them all the pictures, all the tapes. We don't know R. Kelly as the monster. We know R. Kelly is a nice family friend. So they can stop that narrative. And yes, I do have a record. If the white folks didn't print it, the newspaper didn't print it. I don't give a fuck about what some Negroes on YouTube feel about me. I really don't. They know my heart is sincere. They cried with me watching my mom's video. And actually, hey, do you have the indictments? What does it say about Jane Doe number 3? Because I'm 58.
Oh my.
So,
Oh my God. I have no idea.
so go
I
find
can't. It's
out.
so many Jane Does.
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah.
remember
And so,
which Jane
you
Doe is
know,
which because
but it's all right.
understand.
It's all right. Because I could give two shits in the damn what anybody says about me. My heart has been pure for this man. Pure for him. So they can spin any type of narratives that they want. I don't hide. My real name is on everything. You can go to my page, Darlene April. Everybody knows where I live at due to one person and then the newspaper. So I'm not hiding over here. Yeah. Actually, with people know how truly and sincerely that I care about him is the reason they send people to give me a different spin to help him. I'm not begging. You don't see a cash app. I don't need cash apps from anybody. I get a nice monthly check. So for them to come up with that, it's crazy. And for you to believe it is crazy. And then if it was in the private chat, thanks for letting me know. But none of those people matter to me. The only person that matters to me is Rob, and not to see him in prison for the remainder of his life. And so everything that they're indicting him for, they don't need me. I don't
Right.
know nothing.
I guess all those thousands of child pornography videos and pictures that they got from the legal search warrant, that wasn't enough. They needed you. They needed you,
Yeah,
April.
they need a little old
They
me.
had to pay you,
And
girl.
see, this is why I say the ignorance of Negroes on these YouTube streets. Yeah, the ignorance. So if you believe that, if you want to believe anybody's false narratives that they putting out here, honey, go see a psychiatrist. Because some of y'all really do need some mental and professional help. Yeah. And some of y'all need comprehension skills too.
They do need comprehension skills for
Yeah.
sure. And you know what? They also need financial advice.
And
Why y'all giving y'all money
yeah.
to a man?
So y'all continue on to do what y'all doing. I don't fuck with any of those other people. I don't talk about them. And please do not come in my chat anymore telling me what somebody said about me, because they don't matter. I'm at a point of 58 years old. Y'all don't matter to me. Rob is what matters to me. I don't need any of you people for a goddamn thing. I get a check every month. So
See what y'all did. See
I
what y'all
don't have
did.
to lie on people. I don't have to start no wars with people. I'm not trying to be YouTube famous. I've been a star my entire life.
Ah!
My entire life, I've been a star.
Y'all heard it. She been a star
Okay?
her whole damn
So
life.
don't come on here. I don't want to hear shit about people that's pimping people, that's thieves, lies, murderers, and everything else. Okay. I don't
Okay,
want to hear
okay. Stop,
nothing.
stop.
Nothing.
Because you're giving him content now. You see,
No.
when
Oh
he
no, I
did
don't
his
care. I don't
no,
care what
I care. I care. Don't give him freaking content.
yeah. But
Because
anyway,
if he
let me
has no
yeah.
content, he has no cash out.
Yeah.
You see, they do all of this. He has no content. Why the hell can't he pull up the damn case and read that? Since it's supposed to be, oh, wait, he can't read. Anyway.
So anyway, back to that. But I will check a motherfucker in a minute now. Don't get that twisted.
You know what?
Anyway, to all of you,
My thing is this. You know, the first, I believe it was the very first, no, it was the show that we did when they had what you call the epic fail conference. And
yeah.
I asked a simple question, and he did a whole damn YouTube video. And I don't know what he said. I didn't watch it. I heard about it. I did not respond because to me, when you are truly a non fucking factor in my life, you get nothing. You get nothing.
Yeah, none of these people mean nothing.
I did not say a word. I did not watch the video. I did not read the comments because I truly did not give a damn.
Yeah, and I don't give a damn about none of these people neither. So please don't come back over here telling me what nobody said. And if it was a private chat, then you're being messy. But I thank you. But I could care less what anybody thinks about me. I, don't- I'm 58 years old. Fuck anybody what they feel about me.
Right. Who in his case is 58 years old?
Yeah. 58 years old.
Respect my opinion.
Hey,
Good
lady,
evening, dear. How are you?
so I just survived cancer, a stroke, and everything else. So I do not care about none of these other people on YouTube and what they say about me. So please do not bring it over here. And if you can comprehend, go read the indictments and see who Jane Doe number 3 is.
Respect my opinion. Okay, you done gave him enough damn air. Respect my opinion. The hell. Hello, ladies. That
Right.
was funny. She
Yeah.
number
Hello,
3. And
everybody.
she
Yeah.
actually typed that.
Yeah. And the only
Right.
thing, and you know, everything I've done for Rob, because let me tell you, he made my mom's last days before she was dying. He made my mom so happy.
Okay, that's wonderful. I wanted to say something to
Like I said,
respect my opinion.
share that video. That will show him in a positive light. A positive light. Please don't do that. Please.
Okay, April.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to get some information out to respect my opinion and those who may not know, because I'm assuming she just joined.
My opinion.
Respect my opinion. We were I don't know if you found this out since our last show, but the pretrial conference has been set for February 17th. So I didn't know if you knew, but I did want you to know that yeah, the pretrial conference has been set for February the 17th. So it's not that far away. And we can expect those fireworks soon. The hell. Who in his damn indictment? The hell. Who is 58 years old in his indictment?
That's so funny. A 58-year-old woman
in the damn indictment. Get the hell out of here.
That's all you can do is laugh. But you
It
know,
is.
some people so stupid, they'll take that and run.
It's okay. Respect my opinion. Respect my opinion says she missed the live. She'll hit the rewind. It's okay. We'll be back on Wednesday.
Wait a minute. She put something else in there.
Do you remember me telling you Rob would be transferred in February? Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. Respect my opinion. This is what a lady came in and said. So we laughing on that. And I'm
after April done went off, of course. You know she had to go off.
Yeah, but I ain't got no issues with him, even though because somebody already tried to start an argument with us. So I'm gonna just let it slide, and because I really don't care. But this is what look, Lady Alicia. I mean, respect my opinion. This
respect
is
my
what the
opinion.
new word is. This is so funny.
This the word out on the YouTube streets from the Christian thug. Oh, I cannot. I cannot.
I'm not gonna get it.
I mean, like, damn, they just make
I'm not
shit
even going
up.
at these people. People,
The thing, no, we ain't gonna talk about these
wait
people
a
no
minute.
more.
Look, what did the hell? Read the comments when I post them. What the hell said? He said, child, no one, not a 58-year-old woman. They got her mixed up.
With Lily, if anything, know what it is that they cannot read, so they have no content. So they just make shit up. The hell, they just make shit up. They have no content. And so, they have to make shit up because, I mean, they've got to have something juicy to give their supporters so they can, shit, Christmas coming. They might want to buy themselves a gift.
Yeah. So
Rent gonna be due in a
I'm not going
week.
to help nobody get no cash apps and no money with starting no YouTube fight. I'm not even getting ready to help nobody get no money. Yeah. I
The
get a
hell,
check every month.
the hell, that's what he called himself.
Yeah.
That's what he called himself. That's what he always said. He was a Christian thug. Those are his words, not mine.
And this is the second time somebody done tried to start something with us, but I'm not getting ready to even get into that. I ain't got no issue with
Listen,
Kevin. So
hi,
stop.
God's in control.
Yeah. So, y'all can just stop that because I'm not getting ready to get into no feud with nobody. The only thing I'm trying to get people to do is show Rob in a positive light, something positive, but we got people that's going, you know, be mad because we trying to do something positive. So I'm going to still, like I said, after the pretrial conference in February, if I had to go to New York by myself and hand out flyers with positive things about Rob, I will be doing that. And I'm going to also have people on here that's asking questions so we can learn more about this case. I don't care whether you like it or not. I want honest answers from somebody. I don't want to be I don't want shit to be sugarcoat or spoon fed over here. We are grown people over here.
For real. And I definitely don't sugarcoat things. And I might not give it to you raw, but yeah, cash out pimping, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah. I mean,
Well, you know what the hell? That's what grown ass people do.
yeah.
Really. And we can read too, so I can figure out a typo.
I'm a college educated woman. Yeah.
I can figure out a typo the hell. But
Yeah, we
yeah,
grown folks over
I
here.
I don't do groups and cliques and things like that. And I don't like it when I go somewhere I frequent a blogger or whatever the case may be. And as soon as you have an opinion that doesn't agree with theirs, they're all, scratching your damn ass out and talking shit. I don't have time for that. I'm grown. I'm an old grown gray ass woman.
Me too.
And
Plus I
I
wear wigs. So yeah, I wear wigs, but I got a head full of hair. I wear wigs.
I don't like it when people can't have a dialogue because they have opposite opinions. That is just so damn immature to me.
Well, that's the whole point, Miss Harriet. Nothing positive has been done for Rob. Nothing positive showing him as a man that was molested, was violated, couldn't read or write. Nobody helped him. and we got a few months to get his story out. We're not focusing. They got 50 people testifying against him. So we just want to make him look like a human being. Yeah. Well, I might dye my hair, but the hell, I'm just glad. Hey, some people didn't even make it this far this year, and I'm glad
Absolutely.
to have made it this far.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I respect everybody and how they feel. Like I said, I won't argue with anybody. I just say what my stance is. But like I said, when I was trying to give the truth out last year, um, I was talked about, dragged about, and that information has come true. You know, it's funny. I guess people they like drama. They, nothing else
Exactly.
can happen unless it's
Exactly. That's
drama.
what it is.
I'm
Exactly.
drama free over here. So I don't need anybody. You can come in here, you can talk about me. I don't care. Because I'm still get my check, my nice check every month. I can still fly here, fly there, go wherever I want to. I don't give a fuck. I don't need cash apps to go anywhere, any donations or anything. And I am still going to support Rob with everything I have in me. This is personal for me. And if you don't get that, that's your problem. It's not mine because you're not going to stop me from being on YouTube. And no, I'm not getting ready to fight with nobody. I'm not getting ready to help nobody get extra cash apps for Christmas. So go fight with somebody else. So I'm trying to get something positive done. And that's to walk around. If I had to walk around with the sign saying Rob is a good man, he is a human being, he was a victim of this, that, and that, I will do it. So if you want to be on board, my email is in the chat. Other than that, I don't care what anybody else is doing. Yeah.
The hell? We have been on a few hours.
What was your comment, Erica? What did she,
Put her comment up.
I don't see it. Erica, I don't see your comment. Can you put it back up? I didn't see it. Yeah, it's bad enough because I'm getting the prosecution side. So, we don't have to be in the dark. Um, People already talking stuff about that. Do I care? No.
People already talking stuff about what?
Since I have you reading everything from the prosecutor prospect.
So damn what? If they knew how to fucking read, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Erica Williams, I do not see your comment unless you were the person that came in as the other person that was talking about what somebody said about me. And I'm not getting ready to get into that because I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not doing crime over here. I'm trying to help people.
I asked on another channel, the R. Kelly supporters have went to court appearances, rallies, and press conference. Also, they produced petitions. What has changed? I got attacked for that. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because, you know, again, nothing has changed because the narrative is all wrong. The focus is all wrong. They want to talk about the girls. They want to talk about this and that. They
Oh,
want to
then
talk
they want to
about
fight at court
everything.
appearances. They want to make it about them. They want to, get into a fight with a producer. You know,
I asked supporters in the other chat, how can your message come across if you're always aggressive? Well, that's the whole thing. They don't want a message to come across. They're not trying to get a message across. They're trying to get their point across. They're trying to change somebody else's view. Respect my opinion says, let me retract my statement due to COVID. Robert Kelly transfer is contingent. They may do a virtual conference. I think he's gonna be there. We'll see though. You're right though, respect my opinion. They may, but I think he's gonna be there.
yeah.
Um,
So everybody, we've got so little time, but I think we can get it done. No, Erica Williams, I do not see your comment, and I'm pressing on everybody's comment.
can you just repost the comment?
Yeah,
Just repost the comment.
yeah. We have such.
Yeah, I think so too, respect my opinion.
Yeah, he's gonna be transferred.
I think he'll be transferred very
You
soon.
got people putting out their false narratives about how he's being treated at MCC, and they're tired of it.
I watched the epic fail of the press conference. The message did not come across to the masses in front of media because that group was disrespectful. Mm. I don't know. I don't know about any disrespect. I think baby mama just showed up and shut it down. That's really what happened. You know, um, Dubowski tried to save it by running up, trying to get the focus off baby mama. And then
And
they
he did a
accused
good
him of
job
some
with
other
that.
crazy shit because they have zero comprehension skills and they didn't understand what was going on.
And that was a good move on him, trying to save it. But
He was trying to save it by getting the focus off baby mama and back on Robert. But of course, they didn't see it that way because, they have the mind the size of, I don't know, a pinhead.
is that you? Is that your comment? Because there is no other comments in here from you, Erica Williams.
But I think that we don't know what the message was supposed to be in that press conference because, again, baby mama came and shut it down. But the only thing that I heard was I heard his brother saying something about a violation of his rights. And again, no rights have been violated, people. So cut that out. You know,
Yeah.
people may feel that way, and that may be the way that they think, but none of his rights have been violated because if they had, his attorneys would have filed motions to such
Mhm.
not happen. You know, people talk about uh oh god, I just lost my whole train of thought. You know, people talk about due process. Tell them again. Respect my opinion. Tell them again. MCC, not all bad. It's really not bad at all compared to.
New York is terrible. I've got, I mean, my God, we don't want him to go to New York. We don't want him to be detained in New York. So people stop talking anything negative about MCC. I mean, yeah.
Okay, April, please don't even respond.
Right.
Please don't. Don't even respond because I hate when you give these fuckers
I
content.
know. You know
Don't
what?
even
I
respond.
know.
Don't respond.
Wait a minute.
Just
I
keep it
had to, wait
moving.
a minute.
Don't respond.
Erica,
Nicole
come
speaks
in
with
here.
Rob.
Erica, don't come in here starting stuff. Because, first of all, when I travel, I never stayed in no Airbnb with none of them people. So check your facts. So you're trying to
Nicole
start
speaks with
trouble,
Rob on a consistent basis. He's okay. Stop the lies, people.
and that's what people need to start doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, again, they need content. Um, and no, MCC is not bad compared to many places. Um, you know, the guards are cordial, even respectful. The majority of them, you got an asshole everywhere you go. If they keep going to the MCC and causing disruption, they will transfer it. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
The
I don't know
rally
if
had
that's
nothing to
true.
do with him.
Listen. I don't know if that's true. Okay.
People protest. People protest every day in front of that MCC building. Not only for Rob, but for other inmates that are in there. So, you know, just we're not the only people. There's people in there for so many different charges.
Harriet Wells says it's not a good idea to do a balloon release. Why isn't it a good idea, Harriet? You all have got to stop listening to these damn bloggers who need content. Really, you do.
Yeah, and
Especially
please don't come
especially those who don't even read the damn documents.
here.
Okay?
Right.
Because who was that held there right before Robert? Oh goddamn. I can't even remember his name, but big ass crime boss. Like, come on. This is not Mayberry. Okay? It's MCC. They have had some of the most high profile inmates in the goddamn state of Illinois. So, again, stop with that narrative that, you know, they're disrupting. No
Yeah,
such
if
thing.
anybody else,
Unless you
hold
run your ass up in MCC and hold a guy hostage, you've disrupted nothing. They protest around that building all the time for several different things.
also, I want to make this clear. The next person that comes over here trying to start trouble, you will be blocked. Do not come over here. I don't give a fuck what DJ or anybody else is saying, because as far as I'm concerned, you're trying to be messy. So do not come over here anymore. I had this happen once before a person tried to lie. So don't do that. If you come over here, you will be blocked. We have good positive energy over here.
Hi, everyone. That's not nice to disrespect. Please respect it. Baby, what do they know about respecting an elder when they don't respect their damn stuff? Because if they did, they wouldn't even make comments like that. I'm sure their mothers are really fucking proud that they raised such assholes.
Mm, yeah.
I don't. Again, I'm gonna go back, and I really wish you would just ignore these people because you keep
I won't.
just ignore them. Don't even fucking respond. You keep giving
Yeah,
them content. Don't give them no fucking content. Fuck
I'm
them.
not. I'll block them when they come in. Yeah. I
Um,
it's a lie because I didn't stay.
I
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why, excuse me, they should not protest at MCC. I really don't. You know, all that chatter, all those rumors, that's all it is. People protest there all the time. I don't see why people wouldn't go and release balloons for him for his birthday. I don't see why. He might not be there come his birthday, but y'all could go to New York and release balloons. Um, these are professional people. These are people who have been doing their jobs forever at many different facilities. I'm sorry, I'm reading Harriet's comment. Says, I agree with you, Lady of Leisure. I was saying that it would have been smart if the RSK supporters joined in with others protesting at the MCC for injustice. That will back up their claims of injustice. Well, I oh here's the thing, Harriet. I know that his supporters feel that this is unjust, but I don't understand where the injustice is. I don't see it. I don't see. Let me put it to you this way. I don't want you to get me wrong. I I am fully aware that our men and women, black men and women, are disproportionately incarcerated. I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware of the systemic racism in our criminal justice system. Let me just put that out there. What I'm saying is, I don't see the injustice in this particular case. And I'm really trying to figure out what his supporters believe that injustice is. So if you could just tell me what you think that injustice is, so I can have a better understanding, because I don't see it. And the hell says, and what we are speaking in, I have a question. As in seeing this unfold, Miss April, so you think no jail time? Just get therapy, go home and pray, or should he be locked in a mental facility for how long? Did you hear that, April?
Yes. I think he needs intense therapy.
I agree.
Um, I wouldn't know how long because um, maybe for a few years.
Hmm.
And if they found out that, you know, his mind isn't all the way there, and then they help bring him up. But he does need intense therapy. Intense therapy. And then after he has the therapy, then you can go from there. Then you
So, do you think that he should have any jail time at all?
no, I think intense therapy in a mental facility.
No jail time.
No jail time.
Okay, you all know I disagree with that. I think he needs both. Yeah, I think he needs both. I absolutely agree
Harriet,
that he needs
what I
intense
am
therapy.
saying is Rob was molested. Rob was violated. Rob has a learning disability. Those things need to be addressed.
The hell. And what are we speaking? I have a question as in
Wait a
seeing
minute.
this on.
I
Okay,
that one.
we did that already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Harriet Wells, by looking at it from both sides.
yeah. And yeah.
Sweet and humble spirit. I like this channel, Miss April. Don't play. And I love Lady Alicia. Thanks for speaking the truth. Thank you so much. We love you guys being here.
Yeah, Harriet,
Yeah, respect
let
my
this
opinion.
be
Rob
known.
definitely needs intense
The
therapy.
Rob that
Absolutely. I
I
agree.
know, the Rob that I know is not a monster. So I would never believe what they said about him. But if he has been a victim of child molestation, violated, has special needs issue, he needs some type of treatment.
Darlene saying that she did not believe that R. Kelly did it. Why is she saying he needs intense therapy? Okay,
I
she
just
just elaborated on that. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Because why I say intense therapy is because the person I've come to know, um, well, it's not the monster. But after reading Soul Coaster, seeing he's been violated, molested, I look at him as a victim also. Now the hell.
okay, to hell.
Now,
I disagree with that as well. Any other person would be convicted of these crimes, rich or not. Crimes have been committed. So just let them go with no legal closure for victims.
well, and again, the hell, after the intense therapy, you don't know what could happen. We don't know.
I agree with the hell. Everybody knows that. Look. I believe he is a victim. I do believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that. But I also believe that he needs to pay for the crimes that he committed. Yes, I believe he committed crimes. I do. And for those of you who don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
I believe that he has. I believe he needs to pay for those crimes. I just don't believe that he should pay for those crimes for
Your
the
went
rest of
out.
his life.
Yeah.
I don't believe that he should pay for those crimes for the rest of his life, but I do believe he needs to pay for those crimes. I also believe that he needs to get intense therapy and intense simply because on my end, even if I omit the crimes that he's committed, which I believe he needs intense therapy for that as well, but even if I omit the crimes, the man has been a subject of sexual abuse, of incest, of learning disabilities, of every damn thing you can imagine since he was a child. You cannot correct a lifetime of behavior. You know, if it took you 20 years to become whatever you are, then it's going to take 20 years to erase that. You can't help him in any way without intense therapy. He experienced these things as a child. He is now a 53-year-old man. He's been carrying all of this around all his damn life. Yes, that warrants, in my opinion, intense therapy. I think he needs to be, I think he needs a mental evaluation, you know, all of that.
Miss Harriet Wells. Um, I did I did advocate for Geronda. I wanted to know why Geronda did not sue her uncle as she did Rob.
Well, Harriet, I would like to speak to your question. Um, Geronda needs intense therapy too,
Yeah.
you know, but Geronda isn't charged with a crime.
Well,
The hell, you know what?
I
Let me read this question.
yeah.
The hell says, I understand, Miss April, that you're loyal and love is with Robert. Your loyalty and love is with Robert, and never will take that from you. I'm sorry for your loss. I feel he had ample enough time to get help and the means, but never did. The hell, I want to respond to that because I struggle with that because I've had that same, I have that same view from time to time. It wavers because my thought on that is this: if your entire life has been dysfunctional, if your entire life has been sexual abuse, either, at the hand of someone else or you being the perpetrator, if that's been your whole life and everyone in your life has rubber stamped that behavior, how do you truly know? How do you truly know that what you're doing is dysfunctional? You know, he married a 15-year-old Aaliyah. Her uncle, who brought her to him, still worked with him after the fact. Her mother denied until January of 2020 that marriage took place. Everyone who saw tape or claimed to have saw tape with him with the underage girl, not one person said, hey, I'm going to show this tape to the media if you don't go get help. They said, hey, I'm going to show this tape unless you pay me. Now, if nobody calls you out and holds you accountable, how do you know that there's something to be held accountable for? He has a disability. We know that. He was sexually abused by his sister. We know that. He was sexually abused by a male neighbor. We know that. We know that he married Aaliyah. We know that he was 27 years old when he did that. But how do we know that his mental capacity was that of a 27-year-old man at the time? So I have a problem with saying, you know, he had time to get help and he had means to get help and he didn't get help. Because I don't know, I'm not convinced that he knew he needed help. Because if everybody is okay with what goes on in your life, how do you know that it's not okay? So I struggle with that part of it because clearly nobody ever showed him it was not okay. Because according to what he's charged with and according to the witness statements, everybody enabled him and covered for him. So how would he have being mentally challenged? How would he know that the things that he were doing was not okay? You know, when you live in dysfunction your entire life, dysfunction is normal to you.
And I want to say something, sweet and humble spirit. I will always love him. And I, I, I believe that the way he grew up played a part in him, and so that's what I'm saying. And the hell you put that, but so many people was in his camp that was doing him dirty. He don't even know about most of those lawsuits. Yeah. Could you read what he just?
Yeah, I was reading to myself because you were talking. The hell says the lawsuits told him it was wrong. If he thought it was right, he knew paying them off would shut them up. Which part do his do his disability and pedophilia come into play though? Okay, a lot of times, and you know this, the hell, a lot of times celebrities, rich people settle lawsuits just to get rid of them, just not to have the publicity. I'm not saying that's what he did, but it could have very well be what people, what's the word that I'm looking for, instructed him to do. You know, it could have very well been what people said to him. Hey, you know what? You don't need this publicity. It's bad. You know, you got a tour coming, or, you got an album dropping. Let's just get rid of this. And again, you got to think about his mindset. We don't know what it is. We don't know if he has the mental capacity of a grown ass man or if he has the mental capacity of a 16 or 17-year-old. We don't know that. How many 53-year-old men do you know that can't read and write and do math?
Um,
So when do you put those both in the same basket or different? Shit, it's blurred to hell. I'm gonna be honest. I cannot lie. It is blurred. You know, sometimes I can separate them. Sometimes I can't. And that's basically all I was saying, is that I struggle with that. I do. There are times when I feel exactly that way. There are times when I feel like, he had all damn money in the world. He could have got help. But then there are other times when I think about, everything that he's gone through and everything that happens within his circle, and I wonder, did he think this was okay? Because I don't see me being the person that I am. A lawsuit would not have told me that something was wrong. Because if I've been sexually violated, I'm going to the damn authorities. I'm not saying people, I know that a lot of women don't. I'm well aware of that. But I'm just saying, especially when you done sued me 2 or 3 times for the same damn thing, I would think, I think I would believe that you just wanted money. It wouldn't necessarily say to me that what I did was wrong. It would say to me that you looking for money so that my private shit can stay private. That's what it would say to me. I don't know how he thinks. I don't know what he thought. I don't know, what he was advised to do. I don't know how he was advised. So I can't speak for him. I can just tell you how I feel and the struggles that I have with that.
Yeah.
Quiet Storm says, I believe Robert is challenged. However, I also believe he knows right from wrong. As children, we don't have choices. As an adult, you choose right from wrong. He knew he was abused. He told us, yes, he knew that. But we also know, being, okay, being challenged, being sexually abused, being in sexually deviant relationships, I don't know that he does know right from wrong. You know, it's not always a choice. It's not always a choice. It's just like saying if he is mentally ill, and one would think he would have to be mentally ill to be capable of all the things that he's accused of. Because what person in their right mind does shit like that? So if he is mentally ill, how can he distinguish right from wrong? You know, the problem with mental illness is that it affects your damn mind. And people don't look at a mental illness the way that they look at a physical illness. You wouldn't tell somebody, you know, that had AIDS, you got AIDS, stop having sex. Why couldn't you just make a choice? Why can't you just not have AIDS? Because you have been taught and conditioned to feel that a physical illness is a real thing. But you've been conditioned to believe that a mental illness is not. Mentally ill is mentally ill. So I don't know that he could make the choice between right and wrong if he is mentally ill. And I think it would be, I just don't think it would be right for me to make that judgment.
Harriet, yeah, I don't, you know, people turn their back on people when they get in trouble. It's only about them, but he does have people that are silently supporting him.
Harriet Wells, I'm going to read her comment because I do want to respond. How is the king of R&B and everyone turn their backs on him? Everybody involved in this case is not lying. I'm not saying anybody's lying at all. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm not saying that anyone turned their back on him. What I am saying is that no one held him responsible. And that's fact. No one has ever held him responsible. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Harry Wells says the feds have questioned everyone who has had a connection with Arca. Now, they ain't questioned everybody. They haven't questioned everybody.
yeah.
it's not an easy case, but I'll tell you something. It is much more difficult for the defense than it is for the prosecution. Believe, know that. The Hell says, at the end, the supporters of his family will be sad when he is convicted and sentenced. And my big jumping over a moon, he gets off. Wait a minute. Wait. I read something wrong. Hold on. And my pig jumping over a moon, he gets off. The victims will be impacted once again. No one wins. No one. You know what? I don't think anybody wins either way. I don't. Because, I have worked with a lot of victims, and very few ever get what they think they're going to get out of their perpetrator being convicted. You know, um, of course, there is an elation there in the moment, but what many of them has said to me was that, I'm happy, it's a relief, but within them, nothing has changed. So it's not gonna be what they think it's gonna be if he gets convicted. You know, it really isn't, because I'm glad they'll say, I'm glad he was finally held accountable, and they are. They're genuinely glad that their perpetrators are being held accountable, but it doesn't change anything from them. They still had that damn experience. They still have to deal with it. They still have to live their lives carrying all that shit. Quiet Storm says, Robert has been at the mercy of everyone. Oh, let's not go there. He ain't a martyr. Those closest to him took advantage of him and took his money. That's sad. He needs help and he deserves jail time. Yeah. As to how much, up to the court. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't, listen, I don't think he was at the mercy of everybody. Uh,
But
but, there were a lot of people who took advantage of him. There were people who did not protect him. There were people who sexually abused him. Harry Wells said, I agree the enablers should go down, but the enablers are testifying against it. Well, yeah, so they won't go down. But let me explain something to you. I haven't seen any immunity agreements. So just because people are testifying against him does not mean that they might not get charged at a later date.
well,
I mean, Don Russell is going to testify against him. He's still charged. He just got a lesser charge.
Quiet Storm says, yeah, nobody wins in this. We were all fans. It's disappointing. Well,
It's very disappointing. And what's
I
most
look, I
disappointing to
look,
me is the music.
I look at all people, whether they're sports heroes, music icons, regular people, my family, my elders. I look at all of them as they are all human beings and we are not perfect. We are all flawed in some type of way. So, I mean, and so I'm not disappointed. I just hate the fact that his story is so sad, and this is what he has been reduced to. Yeah. So, did anybody else want to say anything? We've been on here 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, and it is definitely time to go. It has
I
been.
done missed General Hospital today. And for those that's in the bushes or listening, please don't ever come over here. I do not give a flip
Yes,
about.
you do, because you keep talking about it. Quit giving them
I
life.
don't know. I'm just letting them know now. If anybody comes in here from this day forward saying anything about what somebody done said about me, you will be blocked, because I don't care. We don't care over here. We don't care.
I want to read Quiet Storm's comment, and you're absolutely correct. That had totally slipped my mind. Quiet Storm says, not being able to read and understand put him at the mercy of being taken advantage of. It put him at the mercy of other people. And I do agree with you. But now here's where I take the position of the hell. Okay? He had every opportunity to learn to read and the resources. See, that to me was something in his control. I don't know if his mental disability was something that was within his control, if his behavior was something that was within his control. Quiet Storm says she loved General Hospital. Yeah, well, we missed it today.
Yeah, we sure did.
Thank you so much. Quiet Storm says you ladies are awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Quiet Storm, I agree. Him not being able to read and write did put him at the mercy of other people. I agree with that. But I also think that he had the ability to change that. So, there is enough responsibility in all of this to go around. It really is.
Yeah. 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 And like I said, his entire story is just sad.
It's very sad. And this
Sad.
story,
Yeah.
these charges, it's beyond sad. It's absolutely just tragic. You know, I, I am, music was my life for many years. I love it. I mean, I freaking love it. Um, I'm so sad over the music. That's the most heartbreaking thing to me is, him not making the music, you know?
Yeah. So
That's the saddest part to me.
yeah.
But we're gonna get off of here. It's nearing
Okay, we'll be
4:30
back Wednesday. Wednesday
at noon,
about noon
noon to 2.
to 2. And like I said, if anybody after the pretrial conference wants to join me in trying to humanize rap, um, my email is in the chat. And hey, we love you all. We're
Thank you
thankful
all
for you.
so much.
And I'm just glad, I'm just getting, I look at the world from everybody's eyes. And so I'm doing this as well. And so, because I'm like, I need facts. I need to know something. Yeah. So, thank you all. I put everybody comments up here, and we just thank you so much. We thank you so much for participating. And
We really do. We appreciate you, and we hope you are back here with us on
on
Wednesday
Wednesday,
at 12 noon Central Standard Time. Lady of Leisure, I'm out.
I'm out.
Everybody stay safe.
Stay safe. Wear your mask.